Hello and welcome back to FinchPlays FIFA 16 with Palermo in career mode. Fantastic episode that we had last time round. A nice 3-1 victory over Genoa away, and then an even nicer, you could say, 2-0 away victory against Inter Milan in the first leg of the Europa League round of 16. We will be finishing off Inter Milan, hopefully, in the second leg, which will come around this episode. But first, before we face them, we've got to dispatch Atalanta at home. The squad is looking okay. I'm going to play Villalba all the way through because he is, of course, suspended for our next European game after, you know, kind of overzealously going in from behind with his studs up into his calf. But that's, you know, that's one of the things that happens when you're Freddie Guarin and you've done us dirty before. Certainly the defensive side of the squad's looking a wee bit worse for wear, so maybe I'll make some changes here. Let's have a look and see what we're going to do to the match day squad. I'm thinking Hall Johnson over here, and then we'll toss Cortal on. We'll keep Lazar just in case. Vitiello, I mean, Biscaglia is almost, in fact, is Biscaglia playable even? Yeah, we'll toss Biscaglia in there and kind of hope that he does his thing. I'm also going to put Schultz in because Sorrentino played in the European game against Inter Milan instead of Schultz. That was my bad, my mistake for failing to remember to bring him in. Mosquera's a little bit knackered, so I'm thinking maybe we start with Lozano and bring Mosquera on a little bit later. Maybe swap him for Masucci. The pair of them will get kind of an equal amount of knackering, I suppose, and then Vasquez can get swapped around for maybe if we bring on Yayalo. I'm thinking probably around halftime. But either way, we'll dive in here. It is in the rain against Atalanta, unfortunately, but we'll head in and we'll see if we can keep our lead at the top of the table nice and strong. So here we are in the rain at the Stadio Classico, Palermo's wonderful, heroic home ground. The rain makes me feel less positive, but as we've discussed 1,000 times over, doesn't seem to have any noticeable negative effect on my play other than ball control, I guess, which naturally in the Palermo side isn't in abundance, I guess you could say. Masucci hoping to get off the money pretty fast here. Unfortunately not able to get his pass off there. What are we looking for here? We're looking for 3 points. We're looking to keep our fantastic run of form going. We're looking to keep the pressure on Juventus. Obviously, if Juventus start to slip up, we're going to be looking to really, really punish them for it. It's not likely to happen with much regularity. I think Juventus they went through a horrible spell of form before where they lost and drew for like 4 games in a row. That allowed us to get our place, but we've thrown that slightly. It's not as the gap is not as prominent anymore. Oh, what a strike from Mbolo to hit the upright there. Goodness gracious me, so dangerous, that man. He'll be hoping to get his 14th, 15th and possibly even 16th of the season. But yeah, let's see if we can keep the pressure on Atalanta. Lozano to Mbolo. Great tackle from their man in defence. Atalanta looking very solid at the moment. We've got to kind of draw them in, run around them. We manage it. Oh, and that ball is fantastic. And Chochev gets a snap volley off. But their goalkeeper there, right where he needs to be. Villalba's going to take the resulting corner. I don't know who's touched that. I'm looking at the referee for confirmation. Apparently it was us that's decided to head it in that direction. I kind of secretly suspected that, but Mbolo at least manages to net us a throw, which is pretty good. That's not the man that I wanted to throw it to, but we have kept a hold of it. Gavin Hall-Johnson to Chochev, across to Katal. I feel like we don't have much in the way of options, so I'm kind of going back a bit here. I don't want to get caught on the break. I'll send it through to Katal. There's a bit of room here to play with. That's not the man I was hoping to pass it to, but let's see if we can get Vasquez in a good spot here. And I was lucky not to be taken, or they are lucky that I wasn't taken down there by that tackle, because that was a really dangerous tackle. That's a really powerful pass back as well. He's probably not meant to fire his goalkeeper. Shame not to be able to capitalise there. Here comes Masucci. It's a good play from us. Oh, Masucci's found some great room. He's run around his man. Can he finish it? What a run from Masucci. What a run of form he's having. absolutely fantastic from our young academy kid midfielder. It's a fantastic run. He was sending everyone the wrong way. Past you, past their number 93, stuck a foot out, no avail. So a top-notch finish into that corner. I was tempted to go near post, but that one has done the business. Brilliant finish, brilliant run, brilliant prospective player. Goodness gracious me. 1-0 Palermo. And I guess we're just going to send it forward for Lozano. And, oh, I held my breath there, wondering if that was going to be a foul. Of course it was. Lozano went through the player rather than anywhere else. I am having a hell of a time trying to see the fucking map over this box that I've constructed to try and improve the audio quality. But I don't need to see past the box to see that was a fantastic piece of play there. Oh, and if Chochev can continue the work. Oh, it's a great tackle or not as their defender goes through the back. Who are you? I don't know what he's done. Surely Prince has gone in last man. If that is a foul, he has nicked the foot away from him there. Goodness gracious me. We're going to send this one. I know he's not the best penalty taker that we have, but we're going to give this to Mbolo because we know that he's a goal scoring machine. We want him to improve a lot. He sent the goalkeeper the wrong way. It's a fantastic finish, and goodness gracious me, on the stroke of half time we are absolutely running away with it here against Atalanta. We're playing really, really nicely. The penalty is a fantastic thing. We've sent the keeper the wrong way. Mbolo gets his 14th, I believe, of the season. Absolutely stoked for him. It's 2-0. Vasquez might feel a bit hard done by being ignored in the taking of the penalty, but I think he would agree that giving it to Mbolo is definitely what we want. We had Gilardino win the Golden Boot last season. I'd love to see Mbolo get the same thing this season. He's had an absolute cork. He's been injured for months as well, so for him to pick up the Golden Boot would be a really fantastic thing. But there is the end of the first half. Really, really happy with how that went. There's not too much to say. I will be making some substitutions. Might even take Mbolo off, I'm not too sure. But either way, substitutions will come in and we'll see how we do in the second half. So here we are with Yalo, Menseguez and Mosquera coming on for Mbolo, Vasquez and Masucci. Menseguez has had an absolute barnstormer of a game in the Europa League against Inter Milan. Why would I not play him? You know, he's a great impact sub in the second half. He's got a great turn of pace on him, a fair bit of mysteriously hidden strength, which I'm willing to use to our advantage. Here is Denny's. It's a great square and it's a great finish straight from kickoff. Goodness gracious me, where did that come from? Their number 38 there could not be tackled. Their number 19 squares it back across, drills it low past Schultz. He'll be sorry to let that one go in. It's a fantastic finish from Ari. It's 2-1. Menseguez is going to hang around there, and it turns out they do make a little bit of a botch of that. And I'm going to try... Oh, well, I was going to say I'm going to try and get Villalba in. Maybe we were quite content just to take the free kick. We'll send it to Menseguez. Go for an attempt to get through. Oh, goodness gracious me. Their number 93 going studs up in there, right on the corner of that box. I don't think we will dispute that that was definitely a free kick. Let's have a look at what we've got. Mosquera is left-footed, and he's the only left-footer that we've got with any real free kick accuracy. So do you know what? I'm going to try and curl it. He's got... Yeah, I mean, he's got the power. He's got a wee bit of curve on him, I guess. See if we can kind of angle it nicely. Oh, we can! Mosquera, what a free kick from him. The keeper got a hand on it, but it was not enough to keep it out. What a fantastic strike from Mosquera. Goodness me. He curled it beautifully. It wasn't particularly high. The keeper dives for it. It does go over Gomez, the really wee guy. Keeper dives for it, smacks it onto the post, but it bounces straight back in. It's 3-1. Oh my word. I've been umming and ahhing for ages about whether to seriously consider Mosquera as a free kick taker. You know, maybe pouring some training into him to see if he can improve nicely. For him to score a free kick like that is a definite yes on that. I will be putting some free kick stuff into him. Having a left-footed free kick taker is obviously really, really valuable, and holy shit, Atalanta have hit the bar there. Is that Ciccarini, I think? Goodness me. I gotta shut up and stop talking because every time I chat they just keep thundering in these ridiculous shots. Maybe it's the rain that's doing it, who knows. Carmona. Can someone get there? Brilliant from Katal. Really good tenacity. I don't know why we're feeding through Chochev as if he's got any pace on him whatsoever. But he's done it beautifully. And we'll send it through for Katal. Forces him really wide. Oh dear, maybe we should have taken an earlier shot. In fact, we almost definitely should have. Katal is now miles out of position. But unfortunately for them, Dennis will not be able to make any use of it. To see, I guess. Mascaro, nice strength there for him to get going. He's going to send it back. Can we find the right pass? It looks all right to me. Villalba, crossed him in Segues. Oh, so close to turning his man. But, oh, that's even worse. Villalba, hang your head in shame. That needed to be just a slight dink to Mascaro so he could run with it and drill it off the wing, and he's fucked out royally. But we'll see what he can do. Maybe I'm ignoring this wing a bit subconsciously, I don't know. Oh, Segues with an incredible turn. Unfortunately, quite a thick wall of defenders there to challenge him on the other side of it, but he's really showing. I don't know whether he's got some sort of flair to him or something, or his dribbling is just good enough for him to occasionally look like he has some, but he's definitely looking like a good player. Definitely worth keeping around. Chochev with a lovely turn, and we're going to square it across for Segues, who's going to keep it going. Oh, we're drilling it all over the place, but not to any great use. And that's fucking atrocious from Gavin Hall-Johnson. Ari, the goal scorer, now the relatively good situation, but they're playing it back. I feel like Atalanta have probably started to give up here. Clears it away. Coming to the end of the second half, I'm pretty happy. And what a fucking pass on the turn that was for Herving Lozano to get himself a goal. You've missed from point blank range, Lozano. Damn it, man. He's sticking right to the script. I couldn't have written it better my fucking self. Jesus wept. He is just absolutely inept. This man drives me bloody fucking bananas, but here we go. We have another chance, and oh, can you not just nip a toe out, Villalba? Do me a favour. Do me a solid. Just do it. Just stick a toe out. Stop being a bloody idiot. Goodness gracious me. Here he is, and oh my word, I thought I was going to die. I was kind of looking forward to the penalty that was inevitably going to come. Lozano, to be fair, that's not really Lozano's fault, that one. That was Joe de Clos. I thought that was going to be Segues who was going to get that. Jesus. This is an absolute clusterfuck. Chochev heads it. What is going on here? Chochev heads it back towards goal. The referee, I think, is taking pity on Atalanta at the moment. There is the final whistle. It's 3-1 to Palermo. Really, really good game. A game of great chances. Mascaro scoring an absolute sensation of a free kick. Absolutely happy with that. And obviously we keep the pressure on at the top of the table. So here we are in the aftermath of that resounding 3-1 victory against Atalanta. Atalanta? What the fuck is that? Atalanta, I beg your pardon. That's looking good for us. I think Juventus drew 0-0 with Sassuolo as well, so maybe there's an extra 2 points on the gap between us and Juventus, which is fantastic. But the final game of the episode is going to be the final leg against Inter Milan in the round of 16 for the Europa League. I believe if we conquer this, we do go round to the quarterfinals, which is incredible. If we have a look at this as well, Mascaro is on 8 goals, level with Freddie Guarin. Stindl, is that Lars Stindl maybe? I don't know if I'm just taking a pot shot at first names there. For Borussia Mönchengladbach, I think that is. They're doing pretty well. He's on 9. Looking at the results there, there's still some really contentious teams in the finals here. I really kind of hope that we go up against Liverpool, because personally as a Manchester United fan, I'd love to knock them out the cup. That would be an absolute dream come true. Either way, let's not delay. We must remember that we don't have Villalba anymore on this wing, which is a real ball ache. And if the game will load for me, we'll have a look in here. Yeah, we'll keep the standard kits, I think. Morganella is the recommended replacement. I couldn't agree less, I don't think. It would be difficult for me to find a player that I'd rather put in that position than Morganella. Let's see, what have we got rocking around here? Ooh, I mean, I'm tempted by Gilardino, but I'm thinking this lad Paz. like keeping him in here, maybe giving him a start, maybe does something magic. I mean, he's got an incredible weak foot and 4-star skill moves, which is basically all you need to be a good football player at Palermo. His dribbling and his ball control seems pretty good. Everything else seems pretty shit, but, you know, best laid plans, mice and men. Menseguez has obviously been on good form, although apparently it isn't reflected there. So Lozano's going to sit where he sits. The papers have been a bit rough to him recently, so you know, go easy on him, guys. Don't be too nasty. That's what the squad looks like either way. Mosquera and Masucci are going to start. Hopefully they'll continue their amazing form. Let's see how we do against Inter. So here we are at the Stadio Classico, Palermo against Inter Milan. We do have a lovely cushion, a lovely set of away goals, but I don't want complacency to be our undoing here at such a vital stage of the competition. I'm basically looking to keep the play good, make some chances, get some nice play going on. Here's Mbolo trying to make that happen immediately. Maybe not off to a barnstorming start, but we are putting the pressure on as we did last time. This kind of head of steam that I was randomly mamming on about in the last episode did come to fruition pretty well. It was 2 early goals that did the business against Inter, so hopefully if we can do that again, that'd be real awesome. Here come Inter Milan though. Montoya, the ex-Barcelona man, shut out by Lazar. Yeah, it might not be the most popular thing, but I'm not feeling as though we need to go all systems go. I probably will end up pouring a lot of resources into getting some more goals though, just because I'm feeling that way inclined. But oh my, what a strike from Hirving Lozano. What an absolute rocket there. Jesus wept. That is something else. He cut in beautifully there. Got his foot wrapped right around that one, but it did hit the underside of the bar there. Good Lord in heaven. More of that, please. Comes in Bolo. Going to go for a finesse shot towards that corner. And Samir Handanovic gets his Handanoviches on it. Masucci's going to take this corner in towards Mbolo. Doesn't look like he's managed to steer it off anyone either. It's going to be a goal kick. Oh, here comes Jovetic. That was Guarin that got the interception there. Nice little chip from him, but Lazar is wise beyond his years. I know he's touted as a left mid, but I'm quite happy to leave him in this full-back position till the end of his days here. Lozano, the ball wasn't quite good enough to introduce Lozano into the fray there. I can't hold that one against him necessarily. Maybe he's looking to turn a new leaf here. You know, he's had a really bad run of form. I feel like we kind of had to almost, dare I say, manufacture Brill Donald Mbolo's form in the opening stages purely because he wasn't firing, so we gave him any penalties that we got. Things like this, just on the off chance that his form improved. It did, and you know, we look back on it and we laugh. But if we need to do the same thing to Lozano, it's definitely a possibility. Speaking of chances, here's Masucci. Oh my word! Off his boot, no fuss whatsoever. What a beautiful crisp ball from Mbolo over the top. Masucci collects. He's making so many fantastic runs recently. Vidic left the defence wide open, and Masucci with a beautiful strike could have even squared it towards Mosquera. He was in acres of space as well, but he took it himself. It's 1-0 and 3-0 on aggregate. Fantastic start for us. You know, Inter Milan was a team that I was definitely worried about facing, and I think with good reason. You know, Inter Milan on their day in this game are just a ridiculously hard side to try and break down. They're, you know, defensively are quite strong. I know they're missing Ranocchia, but they are replaced by Vidic, who is no poor defender by any stretch of the imagination. So they are defensively quite sound, but we've done well here at least. Try and maybe feed through. That was an incredible block on their part there. Mosquera, though, he's going to run for the touchline. I think he's going to make it as well. He's going to drill it in. Oh my goodness! And is it a goal kick? What has happened there? Vasquez, tell me you've not done what I think you've done. Oh my God! You know those videos you see on Twitter where someone's missed from a yard? I think that was closer than a yard. And it didn't take a deflection. Oh my God! Come into Milan again, and they've got some space there. Schultz has to make a dive for it, but he denies the Inter Milan player there. Alvarez is going to take it. Mark on that near post. It's a cross, and Gonzalez does actually get rid of it. And now we look as though we could well be on the break here. And I'm actually going to go real long towards Hirving Lozano, who I saw making a hell of a run. And he's going to send it in near post. And I thought Vasquez might be able to get there just ahead of it, but Samir Handanovic looks completely unfazed by that header, unlike in the last game. Cough, cough, nudge, nudge. We are coming to the end of the first half here, and I'm really happy with the way we've performed. Obviously, having that goal is big. Means that we have to worry even less. You know, we've got the 2 away goals to sit back on. I think Inter Milan would have to score 4 times to undo us here and to take us away from things. And obviously, that makes me feel a little bit more comfortable with things. And Bolo trying to heighten that. I feel like Kondogbia is playing in a defender's role or something like that. I don't know if FIFA's mucked up or maybe he's just playing awfully deep for some reason. But there is the end of the first half. Great stuff, you know. Masucci getting in there and getting that goal in the first half really puts my mind at ease. I'd like to see him and Mosquera get on the goal sheet even more, because in Europe those two have been absolutely unstoppable. But yeah, we'll see what we do in the second half. So here we go, Facundo Menseguez, Ødegaard and Gil Paz coming on. Gil Paz, an academy child of mine who has not really seen the light of day yet. He is not really a whole lot of anything. Honestly, this is the first time I've seen him play as well. He's very short, I know that, but hopefully he'll be able to show something in the way of promise. And that ball is not too bad for Hirving Lozano. He's going to send it right towards the edge of the box, and Kondogbia is going to take it down in his chest. I can't put that down to Gil Paz's poor play there, but yeah, you know, we'll see. We're going to give him the chance to go out. More than anything, it allows for a little bit of squad rotation. We're not often in a situation like this where we can realistically afford to do this with players. I'm affronted at Mbolo's control there. But yeah, as the second half goes on, we'll probably look to just do a bit more in the way of build-up play, keep things fresh, keep things nice and possession-focused, and see if we can grab the win. Ødegaard, I thought was tripped there, but apparently not. Paul Johnson's going to head on up, and Montoya really in a good position here to send one in. He actually tracks it back, and oh no, it's a horrible deflection off of Biscagli. Oh my goodness gracious me. That is a disaster. That is an absolute disaster there. Biscagli will be affronted by that. He's handballed it anyway. But it's taken it over Schultz, who had a really clean, easy save there. And the match is level. Not on aggregate, but it is level, and it's going to go down as an own goal as well. I'm not, like, in the grand scheme of things, too fussed about it. I mean, I've been more upset about different things. But, yeah, it's a bit of a shame to see. I don't like ever conceding own goals. It kind of sticks with the canon of Palermo being a team that would absolutely do that. But other than that, it's just a bit frustrating. Obviously, we're not winning anymore either. We are drawing, so that's not anything I like to see. I like to see us winning at all costs, you know. But hopefully, we'll be able to claw another goal back. I feel like we could have one in us for sure. Maybe Inter Milan now will convince themselves that they have the bit between their teeth, and maybe they want to try a little bit harder. We'll see. Here comes Paz. He's going to run in, see what he can do. He's obviously got the skill moves to make something happen. He's going to cut back. He's going to find some room, and then from point-blank range, he's going to fire it at the bar. That was an incredible chance. I feel like the Inter Milan players were not expecting much from him and kind of underestimated him almost. Here he comes again. Mbolo's going to play it in there, and Paz is going to challenge, but oh man, I think Inter Milan might be lucky enough to get away with this one. It's about having a slightly ridiculous name, all things considered. Yeah, I'm not. My ball retention at the minute is really poor. I'm playing like I don't really care that much, and to be honest, I feel like we have kind of got it in the bag. I'm annoyed at the own goal, but Not enough to be playing foolishly. Menseguez has unlocked quite a large amount of space at this point. And Irving Lozano, right on cue to fuck up a tap-in. Comes right in there, but you know, maybe I can be held slightly accountable for that one. I'm not going to say that I can't, because I probably can. Embolo having to put up with Montoya here, who can rightly go and fuck himself, because he was horribly overpowerful there, I think. Embolo was well in his rights to go down. Here is Menseguez, who's doing his tracking back work with Jovetic. Kondogbia in his new position as Inter Milan winger. Schultz having a bit of a mad one there, but if we can release Facundo Menseguez here. Oh, trying to turn past the fullback there, Montoya. Irving Lozano is going to send it through towards Gil Paz, who's going to cut in. Oh no, Paz! Oh, it's been written in the stars for you, son. It's been written in the stars. Medel is going to send this one in. Schultz is going to get it. Keeper is horrendously off his line. And we're sending it forward, but it's easily. I think Samir Handanovic actually intercepted that on the way back. So I'm going to pretend that never happened. Kondogbia, offside, unfortunately. That goal will not count. Let's see. We'll use Gonzalez to send it out wide. Coming to the end of the match. It's a result, I guess, we kind of all expected. We didn't drop however many goals it was, 3 goals or whatever, to lose the match on aggregate. Quite happy about that. Not happy about the fact that my players can't string a fucking pass together, but I'm going to assume the lethargy of the recent fixtures has come back to play a part here. But like this, just seriously, what the fuck? Just string a pass. Goodness Lord Almighty. But there it is. 1-1. I'm disappointed to only draw against Inter Milan here at the Stadio Classico, but we are through the round of 16 and into the quarter-finals of the Europa League. The Palermo fans are going absolutely wild. I'm going absolutely wild as well. I'm really excited to be this far into the finals of such a big competition. Absolutely fantastic result for us. So here we are after that game against Inter Milan. Big result for us. Getting through to those quarterfinals. As you can see here, Palermo are right at the top of the table with 71 points. We are 5 points clear of Juventus as we go into the final 9 games of the season. We already have a very impressive points tally, which might even rival the points tally that we finished with last year. I can't remember what it was, but if you care to go back and have a look, do let me know in the comments, because it's be interesting to see. As you can see, if I flip back here, if you have a look at the headline, tough start for Lozano at Palermo. I don't think that even does it justice necessarily. He's had an absolute shit start at Palermo. He's been missing sitters, although nothing will come up to what Vasquez did in the last game. Bloody hell. That half-yard sitter was something else. Oh, yes, it will. In the next month, in April, we will be in the quarterfinals against Ajax. Ajax, obviously, a really difficult opponent to face. Let's have a quick look in our inbox. Prize money, we've picked up just about $500,000 for making it through those through the round of 16, which is fantastic. Hector Villalba is back. Ashraf Lazar is just happy to be here. You know, his selection is really pleasing him. So all around, really good results for us. Well happy. This is where I'm going to end the episode as well. If you have enjoyed it, please do leave me a like and a subscription. Any comments you leave are also much appreciated, and I will catch you guys next time.